Hey kids, welcome to Unit 9, Lesson 6. We're going to start on page 358. Our topic here is how can you use strategies to add and subtract? This is going to be building onto what we've been learning about in the past few days. Let's start here and look at the information we have. First, it says 402 towers in Fraser, 136 fewer towers in Jerlo than in Fraser, and blank in towers in Jerlo. Let's read the problem and see what we can find out here. There are 136 fewer phone towers in Jerlo County than in Fraser County. How many cell phone towers are there in Jerlo County? Choose a strategy and then solve. I want you to try this one by yourself first. Pause the video, and when you have an answer, or you're so stuck you can't move on, then we can replay the video. Go ahead. Okay, now that you're back, let's go over the problem together. Now, first thing I'm going to do is highlight the important information. There are 136 fewer cell phone towers in Jerlo than in Fraser County. Now, remember yesterday how we had the problem where it said that Charlie and Wyatt were writing books and Wyatt wrote more than Charlie? In that case, we were adding. But look at this one here. It says fewer. So therefore, we are subtracting. Let's keep going. How many cell phone towers are there in Jerlo County? Choose a strategy and then solve. Let's try this one together. If there are 402 towers in Fraser, and it says 136 fewer towers in Jerlo than Fraser, we are going to subtract. Make this big so we can keep organized. Now, let's go our traditional method. In this case, we have 2 minus 6, which we have gone over multiple times. That is not possible. So we go next door. We run into a problem. You can't borrow from a 0 because the 0 has no value or no money to lend you. So we're going to go to the second neighbor and watch this slowly. I'm going to borrow from here. This turns into a 3, and this turns into a 10. Now the 10 can lend to the 2. Turn it into a 9, and then that turns into 12. I'm going to model this one more time as double borrowing is still a little new to us. 2 minus 6. You can't do it. So I'm going to go to the 0. The 0 has no value to lend. So I'm going to go to the 4. The 4 does have value. So it will turn into a 3, to a 10, 9, and then 12. Now let's subtract. 12 minus 6. Count with me. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 minus 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 minus 1. 1, 2, 3. Your answer is 266. So therefore, if there are 402 towers in Fraser and 136 fewer towers in Jerlo than Fraser, that means there are 266 towers in Jerlo. Now, if you want to check your answer and push yourself further, this bar graph here actually explains itself as a triangle. For example, we found out that 402 minus 136 equals 266. But now, how do we complete this triangle? Watch this. 266 plus 136 should equal 402. Let's see if that's true. 266 plus 136. Let's add. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Leave the 0. Carry the 1. 2, 3, 4. And our numbers match. So that's a way you can double check your work. But let's keep going. Now we've come to the line strategy. This is a strategy where I want to show you so that way you have access to it should you need it in a test, and you might like it. Now in this case, what it says is 402 equals blank plus 136. Don't let that fool you. It's the same thing that was up here. 402, 136, and here is what was blank. And if it makes it easier for you, you can also rewrite it as blank plus 136 equals 402. Either way is the same. But let's go on to the strategy. Now, what we're trying to figure out here is how can we solve this? Our starting point is 136, and we're trying to get to 402. You can count by ones. 136, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Nope, I can hear you kids yelling at me to stop. We are going to go adding a 200. Or you can even stop here and add just 100. 136, 236, plus 100, 336. Now in this case, we have plus 60, which would take us to 396, plus 6 would equal 402. Let's simplify this one just a little bit. Let's find a blank space here. And draw my number line. Again, our starting point is 136, and we're trying to get to 402. As we did in the first part, we went 136 plus 100 equals 236, plus another 100, 336, plus another 100 would not work. So what could we do here? We could add tens, but I think we're close enough to fourth grade where we can add by 20s now. 336, 356, 376, 396. We're getting close. I'm not sure we can add another 20. What do you think we can add? Probably some ones. 397, 398, 399, 400, 401, 402. Let's add those plus ones here. So essentially, what we did here was we have 100 plus 100 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 would be enough to equal it. Let's clean this up a little bit. 100 plus 100 is 200. 20 plus 20 plus 20 equals 60. Excuse me. 60 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 266. So now we have, again, 402 minus 136 equals 266. Let's try another example this way. The Yellowstone River is 692 miles long. It is 51 miles shorter than the Kansas River. How long is the Kansas River? Choose a strategy and then solve it. Find 692 plus 51. Well, in this case, that makes it a little bit easier for us. 692 plus 51. $743. And there you are. Now, let's go back and review one with subtraction. Subtract 507 minus 348. How can you regroup the tens if there are 0 tens? Well, we've done that before. Let's start off with our new strategy, the number line, and then we can go back to our traditional strategy as well. Starting at 348, and we're going to end at 507. So 348, let's put in a 100. Plus 100, 448. Can we do another 100 in this case? No, that would take us to 548, and that's not what we're looking for. In fact, we can fix this a little bit here. That's more appropriate. 448. Let's count by 20s. 468. 488. If we add another 20, I'm not sure that would work because that would be 508. So what can we add from here? Let's throw in a 10. 498. We're getting closer. 498, 499, 500, 501, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. That's a lot of plus 1s, and I'll show you how to clean that up as well. But for now, we have 100 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10. And then how many ones do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Plus 9. I think we can clean that up a little bit. So we have 100 plus 20 is 120 plus 20 plus 10 plus 9. Let's keep cleaning. 120 plus 20, 140 plus 10 plus 9. 140 plus 10, 150, and then plus 9 equals 159. And there you go. Now, let's go back to our traditional method. Our answer was 159. Let's make sure it still equals the same. 507 minus 348. Again, it says, how can you solve this if there are 0 tens? Well, let's figure this out. 7 minus 8, not possible. Can you borrow from the 0? No. Can you borrow from the 5? Yes. So we're going to double borrow. So the 5 turns into a 4, turns into a 10, turns into a 9, turns into 17. I'll model that one more time. 7 needs to borrow, but the 0 has no value. So the 7 will have to go to the second neighbor to get the funds. Turns into a 4, turns into 10, turns into 9, turns into 17. Now we can do this. 17 minus 8 equals 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 9. 9 minus 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 minus 3, 1. And again, our answer is 159 again. Now, kids, this number line strategy is a new way for us to more visualize and use math as a manipulative, as we've been practicing with the sticks and the square strategies like this one that we've been working on. Just another strategy for you. I want you to try it at least one with a number line, so that way you can practice it in case you need it. All right, kids, I hope that helps. I want you to do numbers 3 to 14. And if you finish, continue on to the problem solving page. You got this, kids. Remember, you can watch and rewatch this as much as you need. Bye-bye.